The case presented before High Court Judge Bernie Stevenson against opposition leader Lennox Linton and West Indies Communications Enterprise Limited, who owns and operates Q95 Radio, has been decided. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit and members of the cabinet filed suit against the two back in 2014. On Thursday, Justice Stevenson threw out the defense presented and ordered that an assessment of damages be conducted by the master of the court. The case stemmed from a statement made by Linton, who was already at that time the political leader of the opposition United Workers' Party, at a rally in St. Joseph, alleging that government ministers use their position of power to rape young people who come to them for assistance. As part of the defense presented by attorney J. Gilden Richards on behalf of his client, he contended that the statement presented to the court from the rally was only part of the address at the rally and does not represent the full context in which the statement was made. The defense also claimed that the comments made were fair comments on a matter of public interest and were without malice. However, counsel for the claimants, Anthony Astafan, asked the judge to strike out the defense of Linton, calling the defense's case hopeless. The defense or evidence submitted by the first-named defendant made reference to and relied on a single report which does not warrant the charge of rape and/or extortion or the description of rapists against all of the ministers, Astafan expressed in court. After deliberating, Justice Stevenson explained that she will invoke the power of the court to terminate a proceeding at an early stage when either the claimant or the defendant has no prospect of winning. Upon examining the words complained of, I find that the ordinary, reasonable listener hearing the words as spoken by the first-named defendant would understand him to mean that the claimants, all of them, are guilty of committing a grievous criminal offense of rape and of harboring rapists, Judge Stevenson said. And she continued that having examined the evidence, there was no allegation that the ministers of government had raped anybody. The words uttered by the first defendant, and that's Linton, and rebroadcast by the second-named defendant, QFM, are seriously defamatory to the claimants. For these reasons, I shall strike out the defense filed by the defendants, herein as unsustainable, without merit, and an abuse of the court's process, the judge said. And following Linton's statement at the rally, the ministers requested that he apologize and pay $1 million in compensation. And Prime Minister Roosevelt